Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Agus Maqruf. I am from State University of Malang. I study in mathematics education. I will presentation in exams today with the title SWOT analysis in entrepreneurship-based mathematics learning planning. Okay, the introduction. The era of economic recovery after the COVID-19 pandemic has made entrepreneurship a skill that everyone is expected to have from an early age. In the implementation of learning, quality school will introduce entrepreneurship both as an extracurricular of activity and in their learning activities, not less in learning mathematics. Mathematics learning, which is dominated by arithmetic, is considered appropriate if it is inserted with the introduction of entrepreneurship for students. Of course, this can also be analyzed in advance when planning learning by looking at strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. Through an analysis that is in accordance with the SWOT, strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats analysis. The entrepreneurship-based mathematics learning will identify strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats. Method. The research method used is qualitative research by describing the phenomena that exist in the research location. In the research entitled SWOT analysis in planning for entrepreneurship-based mathematics learning, the research target were students, mathematics teachers, and the principal of MBS Zam-Zam Cilongok Junior High School, Indonesia. In the study, the data taken were the result of observation, interviews, and documentation, namely data regarding the implementation plan of entrepreneurship-based mathematics learning. The goal of the study. The purpose of this study is to analyze the planning of entrepreneurial-based mathematics learning through SWOT analysis. Results. From the result of observation, interviews, and documentation that have been carried out, researchers found data relating to strength, weakness, opportunity, and threats, or SWOT, in planning entrepreneurship-based mathematics learning at MBS Zam-Zam Cilongok Junior High School, Indonesia. SWOT analysis are strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. Strength. The strength possessed in planning entrepreneurship-based mathematics learning at MBS Zam-Zam Cilongok Junior High School, Indonesia, based on the results of interviews with school principal and mathematics teachers, can be described in the form of quality teacher and student factor. Teacher quality is one of the strength factors in planning entrepreneurship-based mathematics learning at SMP MBS Zam-Zam Cilongok, Indonesia. A teacher plays a major role in the success of the student. Besides that, the teacher must also be required to master several disciplines such as mathematics and entrepreneurship to support a career as a teacher. This is in accordance with the theory of Darmadi at 2018. Teachers are the spearhead of education because they directly try to influence, foster, and guide students. As the spearhead, teachers are required to have the basic skills needed as educator, mentors, and instructor. This ability is reflected in teachers' competence. Students who are talented in entrepreneurship and have achievement are also of the strength factor in entrepreneurship-based mathematics learning planning at SMP MBS Zam-Zam Cilongok, Indonesia. This is in accordance with the theory of Mirna Apriani Lestari at 2020. Someone in this case, a student in carrying out activities, has a lot to do with the abilities he has. High ability because it continues to be trained. The tendency of someone's achievement will be high as well. 2. The second, weakness. The weakness possessed in planning entrepreneurship-based mathematics learning at MBA Zam-Zam Cilongok Junior High School Indonesia, based on the results of interviews with mathematics teacher and student, can be described in the form of lack of facilities and funds. The learning facilities and infrastructure, especially classrooms, which are still not wide enough in the implementation of entrepreneurship-based mathematics learning. Whereas the factor of good training facilities and infrastructure also affect the quality of learning implementation. This is in accordance with the theory of Adarik Sazugruf Kunullah in 2021, that one of the factors that support the success of educational programs in the learning process is facilities and infrastructure. Facilities and infrastructure are one of the research that become a benchmark for school quality, and there is a need for continuous improvement in line with the development of science and technology. In addition, funds are also one of the weakness factor in planning entrepreneurship-based mathematics learning at MBA Zam-Zam Cilongok Junior High School. The lack of fund can hinder the learning process and fostering entrepreneurial achievement. This is in accordance with the theory of Ichoni at 2006 to support the implementation of a new paradigm in the education system and human research development. It is necessary to carry out research and development activities, especially in terms of curriculum and learning models that support academic and skills education, the use of electronic media and communication in education, education quality assessment and control system, staff training and development, or human HR system, school-based education management, education financing system, and other relevant innovation. The recapitalization program includes the provision of funds to support research and development activities, including the implementation of pilot project on educational innovation or the development of superior model school, and so on. This program is to be implemented by the institution of schools and universities. Three opportunities. The opportunities possessed in planning entrepreneurship-based mathematics learning at MBA Zam-Zam Cilongok Junior High School Indonesia, based on the result of interviews with school principal, mathematics teacher, and student, can be described in the form of opportunities to get sponsored funds and opportunities to become excellent schools. The opportunity to gain sponsorship and become a leading school in entrepreneurship-based mathematics learning by creating students who are able to excel in mathematics and entrepreneurship. If this school become a flagship, it will certainly attract sponsors to work together for mutual benefit. This is in accordance with Fatul Mujib and Tutik Septianingsih theory. 2020, school brand shall use a character based as identify that is specifically owned by the school. And the final stage of the communication transaction, what happened is the realization of collaboration between school expectation and stakeholder interest. For that, create a message that is able to educate stakeholders to work together through display materials that are needed by prospective users specifically. For example, such as the school flagship program that is able to jumpstart students and its supporting sponsor who have a positive image so that stakeholders become interested in supporting. The last one, traits. The traits possessed in planning entrepreneurship-based mathematics learning at MBA Zam-Zam Cilongok Junior High School Indonesia, based on the result of interviews with school principal, mathematics teacher, and student, can be described in the form of the health of teacher and student that cannot be predicted during a pandemic. The obstacle faced is the unpredictable health of teacher and student. The way to anticipate threat in planning for entrepreneurship-based mathematics learning at MBA Zam-Zam Cilongok Junior High School Indonesia is to implement health protocols during a pandemic and always think positively to live a healthy life so that you are motivated and have no fear during a pandemic. This is in accordance with the theory of Ardian Sarambe at 2021. In order for the learning and teaching process activities during the pandemic to remain safe, there are several things that all school members need to do, namely implementing health protocols and maintaining health. The school community refer to her our teachers, students, and everyone in the school environment. Conclusion. The SWOT analysis of entrepreneurship-based mathematics learning planning at MBS Zam-Zam Cilongok High School, Indonesia is strength in the form of quality teachers and students. This can be seen from the requirement of teachers who have met the criteria for experience in the field of learning mathematics with an undergraduate degree. Mathematics education, while MBS Zam-Zam Cilongok Junior High School Indonesia students have also started to have an entrepreneurial spirit. This is proven by the presence of students, namely Tovan Ispulo and his friend, who success in making a product in the form of young coconut pudding, which won the competition. Weakness in the form of lack of facilities and funds, such as the lack of provision of classroom and the absence of funding for the practice of learning mathematics based on entrepreneurship. Opportunities in the form of opportunities to get sponsor fund through sponsor were interest in the entrepreneurship-based mathematics learning and opportunities to become excellent school through student achievement in the field of entrepreneurship-based mathematics. Threats are in the form of unpredictable health of teachers and students during a pandemic due to neglect of health protocols. And the last one, the research would like to thank the Indonesia Endowment Fund for Education or Lembaga Pengelola Dana Keuangan LPDP, which has provided financial assistance in this research process, preparation, and publication of the result of this research. Then the researcher also thank the supervisor, Dr. Eri Dayanto, MSI, as well as lecturer in mathematics education at State University of Malang, Indonesia. Okay, thanks for your attention.